Let's debunk the latest liberal lie about ICE in less than 2 minutes. Ready? Let's go. So you've probably seen this picture circulating on social media. This is Liam Conejo Ramos, a 5-year-old that the news articles and the liberals are saying was detained by ICE most recently in Minnesota. Now, the facts of the matter paint a far different picture. Liam's father is named Adrian Alexander Conejo Arias, and he was an ICE target, fortunately, because he was allowed in illegally from Ecuador during the years. The fact of the matter is, Adrian saw these ICE officers approaching, and he chose to flee on foot and leave his own 5-year-old in the car. This is according to the official statement from the Department of Homeland Security. And ICE has a policy that they do not want to separate children from their parents who are being deported when and if at all possible. So they sent Liam to the front door to knock on the door to make sure there was an adult there at the house at all and make sure he'd not been abandoned altogether. But of course, your average leftist now is going to sit there and say, oh, well, the Department of Homeland Security, they're lying. I don't trust the government, right? These are the same people who rolled up their sleeves 5, 6, 7 times a few years ago to take a government enforced shot so they can get a free donut and a side of fries just a couple years ago, right? These people change their positions quicker than a weather vane in a hurricane. But now they want to sit there and share fake news and share these news articles designed to whip you into a frenzy and to obfuscate the actual facts. And it is our obligation to make sure that we debunk these stories in real time and correct the record as quickly as possible before these stories are allowed to spread. So if you know someone out there, if you're unfortunate enough to have a liberal friend or family member who is susceptible to falling for these fake news stories, share this video with them as soon as possible so we can get the truth out while there's still time. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
So now ICE is using a 5-year-old boy. A 5-year-old.
Yes, you might be thinking what he said on this video is a joke. Democrat lawmakers are now putting out videos on social media lying about him. When you take a look at this Democrat representative in Minnesota, this week in Minnesota, ICE detained a 5-year-old boy, 5 years old. I can't even believe this is America. And she went further. She is not giving ICE any money. This is to tell you another government lockdown is coming. At some point, I don't know why these people can't actually say the truth. Yeah, it's crazy. Looking at what just happened, this is the right explanations what this guy put out.
So now ICE is using a 5-year-old boy. A 5-year-old boy. They took him and used him to lure his father out. And now they've detained them both. The family doesn't know where they are. This is the worst of the damn worst. This is not humanity in Minnesota, folks. If you can look at this 5-year-old and actually with a straight face still support and be silent in the face of what the Trump administration and Kristi Noem is doing, I just can't even believe this is America. I will not vote for a damn penny to Kristi Noem or ICE in this Congress. This is a time where we should all be outraged. If this doesn't pierce through your humanity as a Republican member of Congress, you can't speak out about this, then you've got no humanity left.
If the government is not meeting the needs of its people, there's something wrong, right? We're seeing things happen that have never happened before. This isn't like it was in the 40s and 50s. This is authoritarianism has made its way into every single nook and cranny of our government. They are illegally deporting American citizens.
Going into American citizens' homes without warrant.
Minneapolis, where all kinds of really, really bad things are happening. And it's not a question of right or left. I don't care what.
I believe you watch these videos. No single truth, right? This lawmaker lied. She lied. And when you look at her reactions, you can clearly see she's not even aware. Even if she knows the truth, she will not call it out just because of the hate for ICE. Now looking at Jen Founder, she also lied. Oh, ICE is deporting American citizens. I don't believe that a good American citizen is being deported by ICE. It's either you've committed a crime or you've done, And even the American citizens have not seen from the videos I'm reacting here every single day. I'm not defending. I'm saying what I see on social media every single day.
So this here is Nekima Levy Armstrong, and she was one of the organizers who helped break into the church in Minnesota and disrupt their servicing about ICE. She's now been arrested. Pam Bondi posted this on X about an hour ago. Minutes ago, at my direction, HSI and the FBI agents executed an arrest in Minnesota. So far, we have arrested Nekima Levy Armstrong, who played a key role in organizing and coordinating attacks on the city's church in St. Paul, Minnesota. Oh, she said allegedly. She allegedly played a key role. Then she said, "We will share more updates as they become available. Listen loud and clear. We do not tolerate attacks on places of worship."
And I do want to correct something that was said in the beginning. We did not rush into that church. We actually went and sat down and participated in the service. And after the pastor prayed, that is when I stood up and asked him a question in response to his prayer. And then he responded to me. And then I proceeded to ask him about Pastor David Easterwood and how is it possible for him to serve as both the pastor and the director of ICE for Minnesota. And instead of responding to me, as soon as I said the name David Easterwood, the pastor said, "Shame, shame." And that is when I led us in chants, "Justice for Renee Good" and "Hands Up, Don't Shoot." So I want to clarify that. We didn't rush in. We didn't bust in. We were a part of the service until I got up and posed that question to the pastor.
All right. And obviously, I'm not going to dispute your saying what happened. I'm merely describing how CNN is describing it. I obviously wasn't in the room. But that moment that you're talking about, and obviously the way you lay it out could dramatically affect things. But the moment you talk about justice.
Look, there's going to be very, very that they can do in defense of this because it's on film. And for once, they didn't cover their faces. Now, here is the thing that's going to come out of this. You have her under arrest. Now you're going to get the communications. And this is where it starts to spider web out. You start to see who was talking to who showed up in regard, including Don Lemon. How much did they all know going in? That imports things like conspiracy charges, which can be quite heavy. There's criminal civil rights charges that are implicated in the church incident.
This is also because one of the things that we found out about that was that they were targeting them.
You know, when I look at the whole situation and how liberals are taking it is like they don't see this to be a big issue. This is extremely big. I saw then Don Lemon putting out a lot of videos on his YouTube channel. He wanted to trend. He wanted to be popular. He has been looking for fame. I believe this is the right time for him to get that, right? But just using the wrong strategy to get the fame, this is not the best way to do that. If they realize there is conspiracy about this whole thing, his name, he will be charged. Because he pretended like he knew nothing about this whole thing. Investigations are supposed to be how people will realize the truth about the whole thing. Don Lemon was supposed to be arrested, but one judge refused to actually sign. I think I'm going to do a follow-up video on that so people can actually see what is going on. I want to appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. I think I'm going to end here. As of the short clips you see at the end, that is for the white algorithm, for people who complain every single day.
All the people in this church, they're living real comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps.
I just wanted to say I am so sorry for what is happening in Minneapolis and our country, really, but specifically Minneapolis right now.
As you can see, all these pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives.
I think it's a violation of what is known as the FACE Act. And not only do we condemn this act,
just make it worse.
Bill Maher, you give us so much. But
also wearing a Be Good pin for Renee Good, obviously. And just
so much nonsense.
I'm pissed off that a queer black woman is up here doing the job of two mediocre.
Power of the law and that no one stands above it.
I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
The Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
Yes. Of course, this is for the mother.
Babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me.
them. Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the.
Well,
I want to see
it is
them
coming.
get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate
So you and your husband were friends with Rob and Michelle Reiner, and
everybody knew that wasn't true. A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one instance, she said,
We should have said nothing.
The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.
There is a quota system. Lasting conversation too.
Yes.
It's like